Hi everyone, I'm Teacher Manette from ChrisAmericals.com, where we help you to level up and show the world the best version of yourself. If you've ever struggled with the correct pronunciation of certain English expressions, you're at the right place. In today's video, we are going to put an end to the mispronunciation madness and help you master these commonly misspoken expressions. Get ready to sound like a native speaker and say goodbye to those pronunciation blunders. Before we get started, let's look at some fun facts. The most common vowel in English is E followed by A. The most common consonant in English is R followed by T. Bookkeeper is the only English word that has 3 double letters. The word strength is the longest word with just 1 vowel. Rhythms is the longest English word without a vowel. Did you know the English word pronunciation is often mispronounced as pronunciation? Let's look at 10 commonly misspoken English expressions. Number 1, library. Many people pronounce this word as library instead of library. To help you with this, try breaking the word into parts. Li-bra-ry. What is a library? A library is a collection of materials, books, or media that are accessible for use and not just for display purposes. How to use the word library in a sentence. I love going to the library to study.
They are there in my house. They're on my library. They can be in your library too.
The Library of Earth is an old one. It has no librarian to impose order, operating over vast swaths of time.
So start to create your library of content.
Number 2, nuclear. This word is often mispronounced as nuclear instead of nuclear. A good way to remember the correct pronunciation of the word is to break it into syllables. Nuclear. Nuclear means relating to weapons that explode by using the energy released when the nuclei of atoms are split or combined. How to use the word nuclear in a sentence. Nuclear power is low carbon and a secure source of electricity that is hugely expensive.
Here is an old video that I originally entitled, Why the Neutron is the Hero of Nuclear Physics. In hindsight, it's a weird, kind of meaningless title. So I changed it to Why Einstein Thought Nuclear Weapons Impossible.
Other than a human-caused nuclear war that we needed to be more prepared for.
Word number 3, February. The R sound in this word is often dropped, so it is pronounced as February instead of February. Try pronouncing the word with the R sound like this. February. February is the name of the second month of the year. How to use the word February in a sentence.
Okay, Booze, it is Monday, February 24th.
Like a very intensive program from January to February.
And just a note, there used to be 3 major distribution services. Smashwords was also a major player in the ring, but as of February 2022, Draft Digital acquired them.
According to many people, February is the month of love. Word number 4, often. This word is often pronounced as often instead of often. While both pronunciations are technically correct, it is more common to leave out the T sound. Often means many times. How to use the word often in a sentence. I don't see my parents as often as I'd like to.
And so the revolutionary mind looks forward to a utopian future and often commits great harm in the present.
We often have 2 phrases that we use to describe what we do.
And growing up, people would often ask me if I knew Spanish so well.
Word number 5, sherbet. Many people pronounce the word as sherbet instead of sherbet. The correct pronunciation does not include the extra R sound. Sherbet is an artificial powder with fruit flavors eaten as a sweet. or used to make a drink, especially for children. How to use the word sherbet in a sentence. May I please have some strawberry sherbet after dinner?
It's got raspberry juice, soy milk, lime sherbet, pineapple sherbet,
Does it have
orange
gummy
sherbet,
bears in there?
strawberries, ice. No actual gummy bears, just gummy bear flavor. That's a red gummy bear.
It actually looks a lot like orange sherbet, which was one of my favorite flavored ice cream frozen desserts as a child.
Word number 6, specifically. Let's look at this tricky word that often gets mispronounced as specifically. We will break down the correct pronunciation and provide useful tips to help you nail the pronunciation of this word.
And I'm from Hollywood specifically.
I'm talking about the design of digital experiences, and specifically, the design of systems that are so big that their scale can be hard to comprehend.
To be the person specifically who blurs the lines, who's ambiguous.
Specifically means in a way that is exact and clear. Precisely. How to use the word specifically in a sentence. These advertisements are specifically aimed at young people. Number 7, entrepreneur. This term might make your tongue twist, but fear not. We will guide you through the pronunciation process step by step, ensuring that you can use this word confidently in any conversation.
I'm thinking on the 10 years that you've seen and all the help that you're providing for entrepreneurs all over the country. So I have to ask, kind of as a, I don't know, like a closing thought. Do you consider yourself an entrepreneur?
And now I'm an entrepreneur, I'm an investor.
An entrepreneur is someone who starts their own business, especially if this involves seeing a new opportunity. How to use the word entrepreneur in a sentence. He is an entrepreneur who made his money in computer software. Number 8, squirrel. It's time to conquer the challenge of pronouncing this adorable creature's name. We'll share an amazing mnemonic device to help you remember the correct way to say it.
The favorite mnemonic system of the Greeks and Romans was called the method of loci, or the mind palace technique. This involves picturing a house you know with many rooms, or a familiar street with various buildings on it. As you travel through the house or down the street, you associate the things you need to remember with each place.
A squirrel is a small animal covered in fur with a long tail. How to use the word squirrel in a sentence. Squirrels climb trees and feeds on nuts and seeds. Number 9, Worcestershire. Yes, we know it looks intimidating, but don't let it scare you away from enjoying this delicious sauce. We will unravel the mystery of pronouncing this word, and you will be able to impress everyone at the dinner table.
Ooh, it reminds me a little bit of Worcestershire sauce.
And to some extent, you can trace the distances people move from their place of birth in the course of their lives. One study's been done of Worcestershire over here on the Welsh border, and that suggests that people were generally living within 10 miles of the place they were born.
And we made an extraction or a barbecue base, even though it's not a barbecue sauce.
Right.
Heavy Worcestershire, lots of herbs and spices, pepper, of course, Worcestershire, lemons, and this is reduced down.
The word Worcestershire has 2 meanings. Meaning number 1, Worcestershire is a black sauce that we use while preparing food or that we add to our food while eating it. Meaning number 2, Worcestershire is a country in western central England. How to use the word Worcestershire in a sentence. They moved to a new house in the Worcestershire countryside. I love eating most of my meals with Worcestershire sauce. Number 10, phenomenon. Don't let this fascinating word become a linguistic stumbling block. We will teach you how to navigate the details of its pronunciation, leaving you feeling like a pronunciation phenomenon yourself.
Political motive asymmetry. What's that? That's what psychologists call the phenomenon of assuming that your ideology is based in love, but your opponent's ideology is based in hate.
She ended up blowing my mind with this fact, with this phenomenon that only happens on the planet Mars, of all the planets in our solar system.
A phenomenon is something that is real and can be perceived by the senses, especially something uncommon or interesting. How to use the word phenomenon in a sentence. A natural phenomenon is gravity. That brings us to the end of this video. Remember, don't feel bad if you still make mistakes with pronunciation. English is famously tricky. Thank you for joining us in today's quest to stop mispronouncing English expressions. We hope that you found this video informative and entertaining. Remember, practice makes perfect, so keep refining your pronunciation skills. If you want to use English to take your career to the next level, then click on the link under this video to join our Level Up training. And if you want speaking practice with native teachers all day, every day, then watch our free 16-minute lesson about how you can understand what I am saying now, but still can't speak. Thank you for watching this video. Remember to press like, press subscribe, and leave a comment down below. I cannot wait to see you in my next video. Bye.